So I'm making this video to give a recap of my experience with Sean Van Horsen as a coach. We started working together back in June of 2023, so about 2.5 years. In that time, I basically went from someone who had some pretty solid fitness experience, just in terms of working out, dieting, to a basic level. And in the 2.5 years we worked together, I was able to transition into a competitive bodybuilder, winning my class and winning a novice overall in a fairly short period of time. The transformation that he was able to guide me through was very impactful, but I think what was the most beneficial part of working with him was the knowledge I gained. By the time we went our separate ways, compared to when I first started, I feel like I have a wealth of knowledge that I could take and move forward with me now, in terms of dieting, training, mental aspects that, I never even knew were important in this sport. When I came into this, I just wanted to look good, and it's totally shifted my whole perspective on the sport. And while I will say he was a great coach in terms of getting me the transformations that I needed to do, the knowledge that I was able to gain from the conversations and him explaining when I have questions why we're doing things was something that is invaluable. I will take that for the rest of my life. He was also able to take me through multiple different phases, from going from less than 200 pounds to almost 230 pounds in our first bulk together, to cut all the way down to being stage ready in 5 months. Was hitting all the spectrums of what we needed to do. The training, the supplements. It's always there whenever I had questions about why we're doing things a certain way and why, the approach is the way it is. I really appreciate his transparency and all that, and I never once felt like he was leading me in the wrong direction or that I didn't understand why we were going where we were going. He did a great job of explaining all of that. Working with Sean, definitely there was no lack of that transparency, and I always felt like we had a plan and I knew why we were doing everything, even for the years down the road. Not just looking at weeks down the road. We had planned things a year ahead of time in order to set goals and hit those goals. Everything that we planned, we did.